Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has become the most popular and successful story at the global box office this year. It has reached significant numbers of views across the markets around the world and brings up to $688 million globally after 2 weekends of its release. This indicates the bounce back of enthusiasm for movies since COVID-19 hit that made movie theaters suffer greatly. Due to the popularity of Multiverse of Madness, a lot of discussions on the plots or messages that this movie is trying to express have been popping out on articles throughout the internet. Who could have thought? Through the captivating acting of Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen and Xochitl Gomez holds an intriguing view on international law perspective. We will discuss 2 remarkable scenes from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in relation with international law.
The Darkhold.
You're familiar with the Darkhold?
I know it's the Book of the Damned, and that it corrupts everything and everyone that it touches.
The Darkhold, also known as the Book of Sins, the Book of Spells, or the Book of the Damned, was the book of spells containing transcript dark magic based on ancient engravings carved by Cthulhu. This book was used by Wanda Maximoff to live in her own fantasy where she seeks to be reunited with the imaginary children that she manifested in Westview. She refuses to accept the reality of living alone as she keeps on dreaming about her imaginary children, where she believes that she will meet her children in another universe, and so instead she bends the reality to her will. At this point, she doesn't even care how many innocent people will suffer from her action, as she tries to harness America Chavez's power to traverse the multiverse that will risk America's own life. Analyzing this particular scene is certainly not solely made based on fiction or abstract comic book themes. The grip of reality has been loosening over the real society as well and has been happening for a very long time. This is proven by the existing of multiple riots and protests that emerge in several countries to undermine the process and function of democracy. The notable case of this issue is from riots January 6, 2021 in the capital of the United States due to the denial of the 2020 United States presidential election results. Thousands of Trump supporters were gathered in Washington, D.C. to support Trump's false claim over the 2020 election. Without evidence, his supporters asserted that Trump has won the election and then stormed the legislative center to prevent the Senate in certifying Joe Biden's victory. According to that event, Trump supporters are being denial of Biden's win and try to bend the reality by creating riots and protests in the Capitol to recreate their own reality, where Trump eventually win the election and become the president. In this case, the state of being denial impaired the function of democracy, as elections are the utmost vital part of democratic processes. If so, then what's the point of freedom of expression? Do Wanda and Trump supporters have the right to express their emotions? Indeed, International Covenants on Civil and Political Rights, or ICCPR, Article 19 mentioning about freedom of expressions to seek, receive, and hold opinions without interference. However, they do have limitations or restrictions so that the use of this right will not exceed negatively. It is written in Article 19, Paragraph 3, where there could be a subject to certain restrictions, but shall only be such as are provided by law and are necessary for respect of the rights or reputations of others, and for the protection of national security, or of public order, or of public health or morals. Talking first about Wanda's freedom of expression, if we connect her action and several factors in relation to the restriction of Article 19, Paragraph 3, it can be concluded that the law itself has been provided implicitly in the Darkhold. Through the sentence, quote-unquote, is corrosive to the soul and a desecration of reality. Here, the Darkhold will hinder the protection of reality, which has the connection to public order. Additionally, Wanda herself already knew that what she was planning on doing was a violation of natural law, as what Doctor Strange said when she summoned the Darkhold. Natural law means a specific principle held to be derived from nature and binding upon the human society in the absence of or in addition to positive law. Therefore, Wanda is restrictive with those provisions and thus breached the international law. Subsequently, Trump supporters also violate this covenant as First Amendment of United States Constitution, put restrictions to the right to assemble and protest, and permit police and other government officials to limit the exercise. Moreover, looking through the result and casualties for the counting of electoral votes are delayed, and there are approximately 5 deaths and 138 police officers are injured. It's constituted as a massive breach of point B of Article 19, Paragraph 3.
Memory Lane. Replay your significant memories now at a discounted price. We remember, so you don't forget.
Where's this?
Home. My mom's. Son mis madres.
America Chavez is a refugee. Pursuant to Convention relating to the status of refugees, Article 1, a refugee is strictly defined in international law as a person who is fleeing persecution or conflict in her or his country of origin. In that particular scene, America Chavez was approximately 6 years old when she lost her parents in the utopian parallel and eventually left home to roam the multiverse. Here, America is traveling through the multiverse with fear and terror. She wanted to leave from her persecution she had from her past and desperately looking for a new home. The fact that Wanda tried to harness America's power and dispossess a refugee violates the basic human rights of the right to life, Article 6, Paragraph 1 of ICCPR, and I quote, "Every human being has the inherent right to life, and this right shall be protected by law. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his life." Because it risks America's life, Wanda also tends to use the power she gained from America to harm the multiverse order, where it is protected as restriction in several articles in ICCPR. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness shows that we always have to respect and believe on what reality holds. Abundance of possibilities happen every time we made a choice. By that, be wise and do not branch another negative possibility by choosing one in the first place. Always hold a strong grip to reality and do not let your emotion possess your body and act outside of your control. Ethics is knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is right to do. Potter Stewart. Thank you for watching and see you on the next episode of VIOLA.